Hello, for a few weeks now I've been thinking I'd like to share this message of hope. I've decided during lockdown the best way to do this is via video, despite the fact that I am very self conscious and often speak too fast. But I guess some clever techie person, probably one of my children, would be able to slow it down. Anyway, here goes. I don't know about you, but I'm finding this corona situation hard work. I'm fortunate that I'm still being paid and my husband is still working. He's been able to work from home for the whole time. But I am aware that so many people have lost their jobs or are worried about losing them. Those who were previously relying on food banks are finding it harder to access that support, and many more people are finding that they're needing food banks. Some businesses have shut down, meaning that even after this, there'll be less jobs available. And our children are at home all of the time. Those of you who have children will probably agree that however much you love them, you appreciate a little break from them occasionally. Then there's the worry about actually catching the virus. When you go to the shop, you're concerned about whether people get too close to you, whether they might have it and be passing it on, whether you should even pick up the food items that you need. And this doesn't even include the grief that we feel for those who've sadly died from this dreadful disease. And maybe you've not been able to attend a funeral to say goodbye. So many people live alone and are craving company. Many people have had weddings and other big events cancelled. People are having babies, but they're unable to share those babies with friends and family afterwards and unable to have cuddles. I'm sure you can think of more. It sounds hopeless, doesn't it? Especially as we don't know when this will end or whether there'll be another lockdown following a second wave. But I want to share my hope with you today. There is a hope that everybody can access. The perfect world that God created was ruined when Adam and Eve broke the rules and ate from the forbidden tree in the centre of the Garden of Eden. But that did not stop God loving us. So he sent his son Jesus so that things could be made right. You might have heard of the Jesus as a baby in a manger at Christmas time, but he is so much more than this. He is the Son of God. He grew up to do many miracles and ultimately to die for us. He'd done nothing wrong. He was crucified to pay the price for the wrong things that we do, so that our relationship with God could be restored. Jesus rose again on Easter Sunday and still lives today, in heaven and in the hearts of Christians. And this means that however bad things are, God is on your side. He loves you and wants a relationship with you. Therefore, you are able to ask him for help. He is the creator of the world. The other hope that Christians have is that when we die on this earth, it's not the end. We will live with God in heaven for eternity. This life is in preparation for the next, and when we look at it in terms of eternity, it's actually short lived. Knowing we only have to endure for a short time can be a comfort to some. I appreciate it doesn't often feel short, though. This does not mean that Christians are finding this easy. I certainly am not. But it just means that we do have hope. I love the fact that the rainbow has become such a symbol of hope in this time. The rainbow appears in the Bible in the story of Noah's Ark. God promised not to flood the whole earth ever again, and put the rainbow in the sky as a sign of his promise. We know that God keeps his promises, and we can rely on these promises. There's a Christian band called Hillsong, and they wrote a song called Rainbow, and the lyrics of the chorus are: the rainbows in the sky to show God's promises are true. The rainbows in the sky to show the world he's the only way. For your everyday, he's the only way. Therefore, if you go out and see the rainbows in people's windows, remember God's promise to you, and maybe ask him to help you when things seem hopeless. Thank you for listening. And if you want more information about Christianity, then please message me and I'll try and help where I can. Also, if you're particularly struggling during lockdown, please do reach out and we'll try and link you up with some support. Goodbye.